Belonging means to be wanted, accepted, and feeling like you have a right.
It means a lot to be comfortable with the people you're with, where you don't feel different in any way, like you're meant to be there and you fit in.
When I was in year 8 and I got box braids with beads at the end, I got told to take them out. But when the white girls went to Bali and got Bali braids with beads at the end, it was completely fine.
To have a sense of security without being discriminated against or set apart from the majority.
Belonging is finding a place in people where you share similar interests and knowing that you'll be treated with respect.
It means feeling included and with people who share similar life experiences.
You're a black kid, you're from Africa, you need to do 10, 100 times better than the white kids. Otherwise, you're just going to be a nobody, basically. Like she was like, obviously, I don't believe that, but that's how the world sees it, sadly.
Belonging is what you make it. It depends on what you like and where you want to belong. If you dislike the activity or the community, you'll never feel like you belong.
It's not having to filter yourself in order to fit a standard.
In high school, I had this teacher that just had a vendetta against me. All my friends felt really bad for me because he would just pick on me, and they all knew that I was a good student in all my other classes. And there was this one time where he told us all to just be working quietly. And my friends were talking at my table. And I really wanted to tell them that, they need to be quiet, they're gonna get in trouble. But I knew that if I said anything, I would be the one to get in trouble. So I just stayed quiet. But then he called me out anyway and said that I was the one who was talking the entire time and yelling at me to just get up and leave. Yeah, after that experience, I did not try in any of his classes.
Belonging means you won't be put down or stepped on for being who you are or for what you represent.
The concept of belonging, particularly in schools, is often taken for granted or romanticised and framed through a focus on social relationships, peer, student to teacher, and community. Belonging is typically framed within psychological models relating to well-being. In the African Diaspora Youth Belonging Project, we draw on sociological understandings of belonging. We understand belonging as relational. It's negotiated in relation to the people we are with and determined by both the self and others. It is located in particular places and negotiated in relation to the history of those places. And it is shifting, mobile, and continually negotiated, but always within particular structural constraints. Drawing on the work of Nira Yuval Davis, our project understands belonging as structured through 3 key analytical facets. The first is social locations, such as gender, race, class, nationality, age, ethnic or kinship groups. The second is identification and emotional attachment to particular collectives through social, cultural, and symbolic practices. And the third is value systems, both ethical and political, through which judgments are made about belonging. Considering belonging through these 3 facets illuminates the ways in which African diaspora young people act agentically to negotiate their belonging. For example, making friendship groups, finding spaces, or behaving in ways that enable them to feel a sense of belonging. However, it also illustrates the ways in which the actions of others within social structures and institutions operate to shape these young people's senses of belonging, frequently resulting in feelings of not belonging. In this project, we are exploring actions that schools can take to enhance belonging for African diaspora students. This requires schools to interrogate not just the people and places that shape belonging, but also the systems and structures that enable and constrain belonging for some young people.